People who never apologize aren't stubborn, they're terrified. If you know someone who always doubles down, makes excuses, or completely denies they did anything wrong, this harsh psychology fact is going to hurt. Most people don't realize this, but your brain has been lying to you about what an apology actually means. An apology isn't just saying, "I'm sorry," it's admitting you're flawed. And for some people, that feels like death. Psychologists call this defensive ego protection, and once you understand it, you'll see exactly why certain people would rather lose relationships than admit they were wrong. Your ability to apologize, your emotional maturity, even your capacity for genuine connection, all of it is influenced by one psychological pattern: how threatened your ego feels by admitting fault. Here's what most people get wrong. They think people don't apologize because they're selfish or cruel. The truth is darker than that, but here's where it gets even worse. Most people stop at blaming the person who won't apologize. They say, "They're just a bad person. They don't care about me." That's only half the story, and it's the biggest mistake you can make when trying to understand them. Here's the painful part. People who never apologize have typically built their entire identity on being right. Psychology shows us that for some people, admitting they're wrong doesn't just feel like a small mistake, it feels like a complete identity collapse. Think about it. If you've spent your whole life being the responsible one, the strong one, the one who has it figured out, then admitting you hurt someone or made a mistake directly contradicts that identity. Your brain perceives it as an existential threat, so your brain chooses a different strategy: deny, deflect, defend, destroy. Because in your mind, losing the argument feels safer than losing the identity. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. Most people who never apologize actually know they were wrong. On some level, deep down, they know it, but they're trapped. The 5 psychological patterns behind never apologizing. Number 1, fragile self-esteem masked as confidence. People who can't apologize often have fragile self-worth. They've learned that their value depends on being flawless. A single mistake feels like proof they're unworthy. So instead of saying, "I messed up," they say, "You're overreacting," or "That's not what happened." Your brain does this to protect your self-image. Number 2, shame, not guilt. There's a huge difference between guilt and shame. Guilt says, "I did something bad." Shame says, "I am bad." People who never apologize are drowning in shame. So admitting wrongdoing feels like admitting they're a fundamentally bad person. Number 3, learned behavior from childhood. Many non-apologizers grew up in environments where weakness wasn't allowed. Apologizing equals vulnerability equals danger. So now, even as an adult, their nervous system treats an apology like it's a threat to their survival. Number 4, narcissistic traits, not always full narcissism. Some people have narcissistic tendencies, an excessive need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others' pain. For them, your hurt feelings are irrelevant. What matters is, did they win the argument? Do they still look good? Number 5, fear of accountability. On a practical level, some people avoid apologizing because they're terrified of consequences. If they say, "I'm sorry for hurting you," then what comes next? Judgment? Loss of control? Having to change? Your brain perceives apologies as the beginning of accountability, and accountability feels dangerous. If that hit you, good. It means you're finally seeing the pattern. Here's the truth you've been avoiding. People who never apologize aren't broken. They're trapped in a psychological prison they built themselves. And the worst part, they'll lose relationships, damage their reputation, and live with constant internal conflict, all to protect an identity that was never real in the first place. If you're dealing with someone who never apologizes, here's the mental shift that actually works. Stop waiting for the apology. It's not coming, not because you don't deserve it, but because their brain can't afford to give it. Instead, do this. Set a boundary. I care about you, but I can't continue this relationship without acknowledgement and change. Don't argue for recognition. You won't convince them. Their ego won't allow it. Decide what you need. Can you accept them as they are? If not, you have permission to leave. The apology won't heal you. Your decision to stop accepting less will. And if you're someone who struggles to apologize, start small. Practice saying, "I was wrong about that," in low-stakes situations. Your brain will learn that admitting mistakes doesn't destroy you. It actually makes you stronger. People who never apologize aren't choosing cruelty. They're choosing survival. Only way their wounded brain knows how. But understanding them doesn't mean tolerating them. Your job isn't to fix them. Your job is to protect yourself from the damage their inability to apologize creates. Because the truth is, a person who can't apologize can't truly love you, and you deserve better than that.